ordered the state to stop warehousing the mentally ill in jails and emergency rooms.
Now, that's the request to an Anchorage judge tasked with some big questions to answer. Channel 2's Jill Burke has more. Jill?
Mike and Rebecca, this centers on the state's public health crisis regarding how the mentally ill are cared for in Anchorage, a situation made even worse by the Alaska Psychiatric Institute's operational crisis.
When the Alaska Psychiatric Institute stopped taking patients, individuals under court order for evaluation and care started stacking up at hospitals and in jail.
There is no plan. There's just let them sit there.
Judge William Morse will decide whether to put an end to the treatment limbo that offers patients less rights than criminal defendants.
I agree with you that at a minimum the state has failed its statutory duty. There's no question in my mind about that.
But discerning which remedy is best when none seem great is difficult.
What I'm trying to figure out, other than order the state to do more and to do more immediately, both in terms of getting staffing and figuring out what to do with this population who is awaiting admission, do I release people into the streets?
The state wants things to stay the way they are.
I agree, it's terrible. I mean, I'm not saying it's good.
Calling the current practice less than ideal, but also not unlawful and something they're working on.
I mean, all the evidence is that's the way to do it, right? There isn't evidence that there's an alternate way to do it.
The Disability Law Center and the Public Defender Agency say that's no reason to violate someone's rights.
They're basically in cells with no windows for 23 hours a day.
Especially of Alaska's most vulnerable individuals.
Since October 2018, we've found that there were 47 instances where people were held in D.O.C. or a correctional facility like a local jail for 3 days or more.
The two groups want the practice stopped.
If you're a person who hasn't committed a crime, you can't be held in conditions that amount to punishment.
One suggestion, cut waits by providing psychiatric evaluations on site through a kind of mobile response team. But the state is resistant.
What Dr. Gurris told you, and she's the one with experience in doing these things, is that such an evaluation would be substandard, unethical, and it wouldn't work.
So now it's measuring what's constitutional.
Putting them in jail is not an answer. It's harming them, it's inhumane, and it's making them worse.
Against what's doable.
The state isn't going to have a magical wand that's going to say we've got 80 beds tomorrow.
Now this afternoon, the state provided a statement to KTUU about the case. It reads in part, the problem with respondents waiting for admission to Alaska Psychiatric Institute is a serious problem that the state is working hard to address by working with WellPath Recovery Solutions, continuing to recruit, contracting with local private facilities for additional resources, and obtaining additional federal funds to expand the behavioral health system continuum of care. Now to recap, the immediate issue at hand, whether to stop holding mentally ill people in jail and emergency rooms who are under a court order for psychiatric evaluation and care. Beyond that decision, this case is likely to continue as the larger questions surrounding this broken system of care are addressed.